Hello there, guys. Life did not go as planned. Definitely did not go as planned. So I'm pretty sure the last time that I recorded was in like the beginning of June, and it is almost the middle of September. Actually, it might have been Memorial Day weekend. So literally, So I think I was going to let you know how I did the holiday weekend at our lake house or something like that. Well, my phone was stolen that weekend. What I didn't tell you that it was incredibly creepy how this happened. So it was raining like crazy downpour outside of a Walmart parking lot, and my phone was in my pocket, and I was literally running to the car pushing my cart, and I had felt my phone bounce out of my pocket literally right before I got to the tailgate of my car to open it. And by the time I stopped, opened the tailgate, and turned around to go back to get it, my phone was already gone. So when I actually went inside and talked to Walmart security, I found out when they played the tape that somebody was actually following me. And when my phone bounced out, they bent down, grabbed my phone, and left. So I think I actually got pretty lucky, because the only person that someone would be tailing you like that in the downpouring rain is if they were going to try to do something. So I'm hoping that this scenario was a positive. While it was annoying to lose my phone, I can't help but think like what would have happened if my phone hadn't fallen out. But everyone's safe. Back to the video. And it was a whole thing, and obviously I had to get it replaced and prevent any stealing of data and all that stuff. So that was super fun. And life got just lifey. So yeah, it's been one thing after another. You know, we were obviously doing a lot of traveling. Trying to think between I'd already done Nashville in my last video, I think. So yeah, after Memorial Day, we had some summer stuff. Like I said, my phone got stolen. Then we were in Vegas with, not like to party, that's where my husband's aunt lives. So it was a whole sort of almost like a family reunion trip. It was us and his parents and his sister and her kids and his aunt and uncle and their kids and their grandkids. So yeah, it was fun. I think I have some pictures that I'll try and pop in the screen here. I will try to do that. July holiday weekend, and we were at the lake, and honestly, then the wheels just fell off, y'all. The wheels fell off. Like, lots of stuff with work. There's some changes going on. Very, very long days. Lots of uncertainty. Just a lot of stuff changing. We've got a lot going on. Projects, construction, all kinds of things that I'm sort of just dealing with. So there's that. venture out on my own. I don't know. I might do that. So anyone in the medical space, if you think that there's a need to help private practices, let me know. But anyway, so yeah, during that time, like, we've got some things going on with our parents. There was a house fire. Everything's okay, but just a lot of things, needing to get caretakers, and just a lot. So, and then, you know, my kids starting back up with school. Indiana's crazy. They start school, and like, it was literally August 12th, maybe 10th or 12th. I don't remember. It was so early. And you know, all the back to school BS. So it's been a thing. So I'm actually in the car, obviously, to go to the airport. Okay. Oh, there is someone literally parked in the lane there. Okay. So anyway, I'm in the car on the way to the airport to pick up my mummy. She flew in from Florida, and she will be staying with us until Tuesday. Today's Thursday. We have a family wedding this weekend that she's attending. My dad had surgery, so he was not able to come. So we're going, just me, my mom, and my daughter, just doing like a girls' day, and celebrating their wedding there. And then she's gonna hang out for a couple days and then go back. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of a short visit, but you know, if I'm at work and the kids are in school, it's kind of weird for just like hang out at the house with my dog. So yeah, there's that. So wanted to bring you guys up to speed. I know, God, Memorial Day, I think I was in a cut trying to pull off some of that hormonal weight I had from some of the issues that were going on last winter. And I believe I started at, I should have looked before I recorded this, but I think it was like 157, 158 in weight, which is the heaviest I have been in a very long time. And it was really, really bothering me. And it was like not good weight, like puffy. So anyway, we stopped my cut about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was 143, so I lost about, well, 142, 143, so 15-ish pounds I lost. So I'm feeling much more normal. I certainly don't feel thin, which is fine, but I feel more normal. I don't look like I'm not cut, you know, so anything like that. There's not a bunch of striations or anything. I don't need that. I'm in off season, but I feel better, and I look better, and I'm just functioning better. I don't function well at that higher weight, so yeah. So now we're reversing out of that. I'm having, just like after my show, I'm having a little bit of digestive issues coming out of it, but that is to be expected. So we raised my macros got a little low, like it, you know, my cut, I was below what I was eating in prep, you know, and when things kind of just weren't moving, we both decided like there's no point to force this. We don't need to undo anything that we've fixed with the hormones just by pushing this. So that's where we decided to come out, do a reverse diet, get my calories up higher, and then maybe go back into a cut before the holidays. I have a trip. We have a family trip to Aruba at the end of the year, and I just don't want to feel chubby. So the idea is to do reversing until about like November, and then do like a really, really short cut just right before the vacation. So that's that. I've gotten a lot of questions like, am I going to compete next year? That was kind of what we were thinking about. But I don't know. I decide to go independent and open a business or something, then being in prep at the same time would probably not be the best idea. So yeah, I'm keeping my options open. I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying yes. And with everything going on, just with work and with the family and just so much stuff, I am trying to refocus on some of the areas I've been neglecting and I feel guilty about. So trying to work through mentally, like how to give relationships and family and stuff like that more productive attention than just, I'm a task rabbit, right? So I do stuff. You get your clothes washed, you get your food, you get this, you get rides to here, you get do that, but I'm not focusing on like quality time. And when I like sit down, like for example, did a movie night, I'm notorious for just falling asleep as soon as I just sit still. So I'm trying to work on being more intentional with my time with the family. You know, my husband and I went on a date last Saturday, which had been probably, we hadn't been on one, I think, since we were in Nashville, and it was like 3 months ago. We did a family dinner with no phones, and I expected like chaos, like just pandemonium, but actually there was no crying and whining about no phones. We had a nice little dinner, and we're gonna do it again. So yeah, I'm hoping to do better with that. My son is a junior this year, and we're dealing with like college visits and trying to get an idea of where he might want to go, if that's what he wants to do, if he wants to swim in college. You know, if you guys have watched my channel, he is a swimmer and kind of up and coming, but kind of a little lost on what he wants to do with that in the future. He's almost ready to get his license, which is just so crazy, but hear me out. It's kind of nice. Like I don't mind giving the rides as much now when he's the one that has to drive and I can just sit in the passenger seat. I don't know. Does that, like, are any of you guys have kiddos that you guys have gone through this with? But like, it does take some of the pressure off, even though I'm still physically in the car and it's taking up that time. It's so nice when you don't have to drive. Like, for a hot sec, I actually considered taking him out of his last period of school because he needs more driving hours. I almost considered having him drive to the airport. He needs the experience, but I was like, no, I don't want to set that precedent with him. So here we are. But that's like a super high level status of all the things, you know. Still trying to be superwoman, I guess, right? So anyway, thank you guys for still watching these videos, because I know I've been disappearing here and there, but you know, like I've said before, I do enjoy doing this content. I do enjoy sharing like a regular life with people who, you know, might need some inspiration or just, I don't know, entertainment, but you know, it's not all what people see on social media, and people aren't dialed in all the time. And on that note, part of the reason we also had decided to reverse, not just because I was getting a little stagnant, was I could feel that I was starting to sort of lose my want to stick to my plan. You know, I'm pretty good at eyeballing portions and stuff now, so I would just be like, I don't feel like weighing my food, or my food may have been pre-measured and all of that, but like I literally just didn't feel like logging it, and just, it's not like me. I was just kind of like tired of it, and I still feel like that a little bit, but it's really important for everyone to know that, like, it's okay to feel that way, and that doesn't mean that, like, one, you just give up and just be like, fitness isn't for me. But, like, there are seasons, and part of the reason I'm sure I felt that way is because I'm mentally spent, and being that dialed in for so long. Like, I'm in off season, but, like, my macros might be different, but I hit my macros. My cardio plan might be different, but I do it. My training plan might be different, but I do it. I don't skip workouts. I am dialed in. It's just a matter of what the dial is set to with my plan. And, you know, like, at some point you gotta cut yourself a break. So the good news is we've been reversing. I think I was down to like 80 or 90 carbs at the end of my cut, and we increased them up to like 125, which is a pretty decent jump when you're that low. And we haven't gained anything. The weight's kind of bouncing around. Like I said, I'm having some digestive issues, so that's kind of impacting it, but I'm not gaining weight even though we've increased my calories, specifically carbs. So that's a good sign. Actually, there were a couple times I lost weight below where I was at the end of my cut, but it's kind of bouncing around a little bit here. So, you know, we're hoping to bring those calories up higher and just make sure we're watching the physique and making sure that we're not gaining weight with the reverse. So it's a delicate balance. Reversing is definitely like more mentally challenging, I think, than a cut, because you fight that like fear of getting fat thoughts, you know. So I don't know. That's that. Oh, so something I've been thinking about is I've actually been watching this one channel I've been binging it. Okay, it's Caleb Hammer. I'll tag him in the comments. But my husband got me started on this guy's channel. He does financial audits for people, and helps make recommendations on like how to get out of debt and set themselves up for a good future and blah 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 blah. And number one, it's very entertaining. Number two, he says some things to them that I would like to say to some people who approach me with nutrition, where I'm like, what are we doing? That doesn't even make sense. But sometimes it takes a third party to point out things we do that don't actually make sense, but we've like convinced ourselves that they do. And I was toying with the idea of maybe doing like a nutrition audit for people. You know, we could do it over Zoom or whatever. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You know, I'm just kind of thinking through the details of how I would keep a person honest versus just not logging that piece of cake they eat. But yeah, I'm curious if anyone would find that useful, you know, to watch a nutrition audit for people, you know, like what are other people's normal intake, and what are the recommendations that, you know, a nutrition coach makes for people to help them get their goals. And, you know, it could be anything from, you know, someone who's obese and trying to decrease their body fat for their health. It could be someone who has already done so but is like at a plateau. It could be someone who is really, really skinny and wants to actually gain muscle, because I think they don't get enough attention actually. It could be someone that's very fit, very active, is doing all the things that they think they should be doing, but still not seeing the progress they think. Like, those are all legit situations that could be useful for other people to sort of watch and see, you know, what to do. And then, you know, we can see if they succeed, right? So I don't know. It's just an idea. But if you think that would be useful, pop a comment in the comments and let me know, or shoot, if you want to volunteer to be one of my guinea pigs, like, can give it a try. We can give it a try. So anyway, enough about that. I've done nothing but talk, so I'm pretty sure this video is boring.
Estimated time in traffic, 10 minutes.
I'm trying to think what else I need to update you guys on, but like, it's been 3 months, so I don't even know what I haven't filled you in on. But yeah, if there's anything I left out and you're like, yo girl, whatever happened to this, or what about that, let me know. Shoot me some feedback, and hopefully I do a video before the next 3 months are up, and I will include that. But anyway, thanks you guys for coming to my channel and listening to all my crazy updates. You know, this is off season, and I think part of that is giving myself a mental break too, and sometimes just doing the video editing, not even that I'm not good at it. Actually, I'm not, so whatever. But sometimes that just takes up more mental energy than I have to give right now. So that's the season that we're in. But thanks for coming along for the ride, and stay tuned. I'm sure there's way more ups and downs to share. So anyway, don't forget to follow me and like and share if you think this would help